All right, look at we're official. We've got Coach Haley, Coach Tiff, Coach Maul. We've got, well, Coach Donna practically. Get ready, Donna. We'll be recruiting you soon. Haley and I are rubbing out our puffiness.
Foam rolling.
Foam rolling our puffiness while we drink coffee. Thank you, Donna, for being here. And thank you to anyone else that's going to watch this video. We did this so we could best explain what the Fuel House Strength Challenge is, what's going to happen the day of, time, the events that we're doing, and then we're going to review standards and send you off with probably no questions because we're going to answer them all on this call. So I'm going to just hand this over to Tiff to kind of explain the Fuel House Strength Challenge, maybe the why, who, what, when, where, why around it, and then we'll go into other details once Tiff is done explaining the different events and stuff. Okay, take it away, Tiff.
All right. So many of you guys know we do the Tactile Strength Challenge. We've done it twice a year, several years. Last year we did it one time last year, and then this year we're going to do it once in October. So we wanted to have something different at this time of the year, kind of similar but different event. Okay, so we're going to set this up, the Fuel House Strength Challenge, similarly to the way we would run the TSC, except there's going to be 4 events instead of 3. Okay, so the first event is going to be double kettlebell racked military press for 3 reps, and your goal is to go as heavy as you can with 3 strict military presses. You will have 2 attempts. I know normally when we do one rep max deadlift, we do 3 attempts, but because we're doing 3 reps, it's more volume, so we're just going to you have 2 attempts at that. So that'll be the first event. The second event will be 3 rep max back squat. Again, you'll have 2 attempts at that. The third event will be max reps hand release push-ups. So we've been doing this in classes where you do a push-up and then you reach your hands out to the sides and then repeat your reps. So we have a 2-minute time limit on that. Another option for that will be barbell incline push-ups. Obviously, you won't release your hands, but you'll be holding onto a bar. You'll be at an incline, max reps. And then the fourth event, you'll have a choice between a timed 1-mile run or a timed 2K row. Okay, so those are the events, but the way we're going to do it is similar to TSC, where we'll have everybody set up in different groups depending on what weights they're lifting and everything. We'll have judges at every station, and we'll have specific cues, and we'll go over those with you. And yeah, so it'll be awesome. And I also want you guys to know that if any of those 4 events sound like either you really don't think you're very good at it, or you haven't done it much, or you just can't because of some physical limitation, we want to make sure everyone feels comfortable coming, and we will give you a replacement for a different movement to do at that time. Okay, so if barbell back squats aren't your thing, we could do either double front rack kettlebell squats or goblet squats with 1 kettlebell. If squats aren't your thing altogether, or you feel like you can't get full depth, either we can modify your range of motion, or we can switch to maybe deadlift instead. Same thing goes for all the other things. We'll find something for you to do because we want everyone to feel like they can come and be involved. Awesome,
Tiff, thank you so much. So details around the actual day of, we're going to start at 9 a.m. We'll probably open registration around 8:30. And then if you have done, like Tiff said, TSC, it's going to be a very similar format where we will be asking for a specific lift that you're hoping to open with. And we're going to base that off of the squat, right, Tiff?
For the press and the squat, we'll want to know like what you plan to start with.
Cool.
That way we can group you into specific groups.
Yeah, which is a really neat thing. And again, if you haven't been to a TSC, that's the cool part about it. It's not just you up on a stage, everyone's looking at you. You're based off of where you're at with your level of athleticism. You're put into a group of maybe 5 people. You have then a main judge for your team. So you then start to create this little team within the strength competition, which is really, really fun. So it's just a fun day. And so far, we've got the following epic humans. Let's see, signed up. I've got Well, the fabulous Donna, of course, is, right there with us on screen. We've got Teresa Farrell, Brent Jarasek, John Wachter, Donna, Kristen Kramer, John Randall, Jeffrey Shoemaker, Lexi Breck, and Dominic Tricolo. I think I slaughtered his last name. I got to get the proper pronunciation. So those are the 9 peeps that are already registered. We are looking for many more to sign up for this awesome day, because it will then, like all Fieldhouse events, end in a party. So celebrating our humans. Anything else that you guys want to add before I show kind of more specifics on the videos?
Yeah, I think sometimes it can be intimidating to sign up for something like this, especially if you're not a competitive person. Or maybe if you think you didn't do our benchmark testing, then it's not worth it because you have nothing to compare it to. But honestly, this could be a benchmark for you. Not only is it an awesome thing to show you kind of how strong you are, because most people are actually stronger than they think, but also the confidence and empowerment that comes from being a part of something like this is just amazing. Like, you might be a little nervous coming in, but I tell you, it's gonna be so worth it. So much fun, and there's so much that you gain from it. So I highly recommend everyone sign up.
Yeah, and then on that note too, those PR boards that are sitting up on the wall, there's some very blank ones. So I'm excited to actually start filling out, especially the squat one. That'll be neat to see those numbers populate again. So right on. I'm gonna do a quick screen share and show everyone. If you want more specifics around the specific lifts, the standards behind them, what we'll be judging you on, Coach Tiff and Brian, God bless them, created videos specifically running down what we need to know about these lifts and how we'll be judged. So if you go to the Fieldhouse Gym YouTube, yes, we have a YouTube channel, very active channel. These videos actually populate at the very, very top. So if you look, we've got the mile run or 2K row. They're explaining it there. We've got the hand release push up, what we're looking for, how you're going to be judged. We've got the barbell back squat, double kettlebell strict press, and then just the overall kind of intro Fieldhouse Open challenge and standards videos. So these are important to watch before anything. I do this for a Strong First certification, and then this is also explained for the TSC. So I just really appreciate the time that Tiff and Bri have taken to create these videos. They're actually very entertaining to watch if you haven't watched them. I loved it. So go there to learn more, and I'll add that link when we repost this video for everybody else. Yeah. When you sign up for the Fieldhouse Strength Challenge, Haley is actually going to be adding that point to the overall point system for 3 points. Thanks, Hay. That goes towards your team. So please don't mark that on the point system in the gym. We're tracking that on our end. So again, when you sign up, that's 3 more points for your team. So 99 problems. Can we go? Can we do this? We need to see more people. Hey, do you have anything to add?
The only thing that I was thinking about is if we wanted to just kind of quickly talk about what a modification would look like if people can't complete those said movements that we just went over. From especially like the squat. I know the barbell back squat can be kind of a sticking point for people.
Yeah. So again, like if someone doesn't want a barbell back squat or shouldn't be, so either double kettlebell front squats, goblet squats, or if they can squat but they feel like their range of motion maybe isn't full depth, we can specifically set maybe like a box or something that they're squatting to. And if squats again just don't work, we can do either barbell deadlifts or kettlebell deadlifts instead. Those are some options for that. And then for military presses, so like if someone has shoulder issues and shouldn't be pressing straight up, we can do a double landmine barbell press where they're pressing up and out. We don't necessarily want to do bench press or anything this way because we're already doing push-ups, but some type of press like with a barbell where you're pressing up and out, or if pulling would be better, maybe some type of pull-up or row instead. And then for push-ups, like I said, I think we'll have several different heights on the barbell set up on the rig so that your push-ups are inclined. Again, if someone shouldn't be pushing, then we can do some type of pull for them. Yeah.
Cool.
Anything else you're thinking of?
I think the row and the run should suffice for people, but again, don't let that stop you from joining us.
Yeah. And if you feel like that distance is just kind of too far for you, then we could adjust it and make it maybe shorter if we need to. So,
and just like ESC, if there is an event that you just don't even want to do, you don't have to do it. You have to do all of them. So yeah.
Sure.
Cool. We're going to challenge you to do it, but you don't have to.
Yes, we are. Donna, do you have any questions? Any specifics?
I don't have any questions, but I'd be happy to whine a little bit about 2,000 meters on the rower.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
But I'm gonna whine a little, okay?
Let you whine. You're allowed to. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
One thing kind of regarding that, Donna, I've been challenging the people in class, if we ever have a 400 meter, to do a 500 meters on the rower. Because at the end, like yesterday's workout we did, and this is, if you're coming to classes, you're training for the strength challenge. I think that's like above all, one of the biggest things of why we're doing this. Tiff and Brian have worked really hard on our class programming to incorporate all of the things to help train for these, max reps for you, or your faster runs or your faster rows. So yesterday we had 400 meter runs, and I challenged our rowers to do 500 meters. So at the end of it, they would be completing a 2K, which is a long distance. But if you can challenge yourself to do things like complete the row within the same amount of time each round, things like that. There's ways that you can get better without even really knowing it. You're not doing a 2K run, but you're getting better at your row the more and more you're doing it, or your run, or whatever it is.
I just have to say, for anybody who's nervous about, oh my gosh, I can't do these things, that my baseline, and then where I'm at now, because I've got all the equipment. So periodically I've been challenging myself to see, really, can I do better? Because I've been following this, this progression, and it has been a lot of sub-maximal weights, and it's been shorter runs and rows and stuff. And so I thought, I'm going to really challenge myself on the rower. I'm going to see what I can do. Because when I did 2,000 meters for the baseline, I sprinted, and I thought I was going to die when I really did. I thought I was going to die. I'd never done that before. I hit some PRs, but I'd never done it. So a couple days ago, I thought, I'm not even going to look at my pace. I'm not going to look at it. I'm just going to check every now and then to see if I hit 2,000. And I'm going to go at what feels like a moderately fast pace instead of sprinting. And so I did. And I was actually 7 seconds faster than when I sprinted, and I wasn't dying.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's all because of the wonderful quality of training towards this that we've had for the last several weeks. And so honestly, if you've been showing up and doing that, you'd be amazed what you can do.
I love that, Donna. Can we have coffee with you every morning?
Like, I know, right?
The best way to start the day, honestly. No, I really appreciate all those comments and you providing your personal testimonial. So we've been training for it. So we should be seeing a lot more signups coming through, which we're very excited about. Yeah, I'm pumped to do this. This is fun. So officially it's year 1 of this. We've been talking about it for a while. So I'm excited for this to grow for us.
The last thing I was just going to say is that there is a $20 registration fee, but really that's just one for you to commit, right? Instead of signing up for something like registering for a class, right? So, committing to your day and your challenge to yourself that day. And then, two, it's a little beer fund, it's a little for the coaches. So
Most challenges like this start at 25. So we're at 20. We're saving
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
What did you have to say? Anything else?
No, nothing I can think of. But if anyone does watch this and then they end up having questions, like feel free to reach out to any of us. We're more than happy to answer any questions you might have.
Cool.
Amen to that.
Amen to that. Well, I will repost this. We'll put it on the blog as well. I appreciate everyone showing up. Donna, especially.
Mhm.
A point for you, my friend. I will put that on the board today. And I'll stop recording right now.